Мам,
Переживаешь?
я так надеялась, что с этого года будет иначе.
Чтобы стать сильнее, порой главное — побороть свой страх.
На нас лежит какое-то проклятие.
Ну что ты на него ополчился?
Я очень был бы рад, если бы мы стали друзьями.
Every Breath You Take is a elevated thriller, a psychological thriller that centers around the Clark family. A truly thrilling, chilling ride wrapped up in this beautifully drawn psychological drama as well.
Филип, мы тебя ждем.
It has a very heartfelt storyline to it, underneath the horrifying things that happen and the very disturbing things that happen.
There are a lot of sort of intrigue and twists and thriller aspects to the story, but it's also just a story about a family.
I guess my first impression with the script was just how beautifully written the story is.
All of the characters have this kind of carrying theme of loss and, you know, pining for something that's not there anymore.
I was really taken by that and I was really moved.
I mean, well, Casey is an unbelievable actor.
There's a real quietude about him, but a real strength.
He's a powerhouse and he has the most incredible emotional range. Dr. Philip Clark is a psychiatrist whose family have suffered a tragic bereavement and are sort of splintering, coming apart at the seams because of it.
И у вас внутри какая-то...
Пустота? Именно так, абсолютно. Пусто.
He has shut down everything in his life and is sort of coping with that loss by not being an emotionally accessible person to anyone, not being a great dad, not being a great husband.
Я этого не хочу!
His daughter, her stepdaughter, Lucy, is in puberty. She's naughty, she's tough.
Пора бежать.
Philip and Grace aren't really speaking to each other about anything really meaningful, I would say.
And then Mishel Monagän, who plays Grace Clark, his wife, who is just an unbelievable actor. I mean, she's kind of the beating heart of the Clark family, and having herself suffered this awful loss, her character, she's striving to bring them back together again, and there's an innate sadness and a sort of a tragedy of this strong, brave woman trying to hold this family together while the other members are pulling it apart.
Добрый день. Наша лекция проходит сегодня в этой престижной школе по приглашению декана доктора Ванессы Феннинг. Сегодня я хочу рассказать о случае из собственной практики. Пациентка, назовем ее Мэри.
He's employing a radical therapy on a patient of his, a young woman called Daphne Flagg, which he thinks has worked out really well.
Па, там полиция.
But near the beginning of the film, we learn that she commits suicide in tragic circumstances.
Что тут происходит? Куда? Что вам надо? Что вы здесь делаете?
Вы кто?
Я Джеймс Флэк. Где моя сестра?
Тихо!
Пустите!
Успокойся! Успокойся, ты черт!
Дафна!
Успокойся!
Everything begins unraveling from there once James Flagg has joined the party.
So James is a sort of long-lost brother, almost. That's kind of all we know about him, really.
Сэм Клафлин, who plays James Flagg, he's an incredible character actor.
Это же я ее упустил. Это мой грех. Я должен
Вы
был...
не виноваты. Она и мне позвонила тоже. Думаю, ей уже помочь было нельзя.
Sort of worms his way into the family by means of just being a nice person and actually needing help and support, seemingly.
Здрасте.
There's a certain amount of logic that goes out the window with Lucy. She's just head over heels, just smitten with him.
А что, доктор Кларк? Дома?
Да.
Вот я принес тут ему.
Пап?
We sort of welcome him into the family a little bit.
Если голодны, прошу к столу.
Я стесню вас. Не...
Help him through what he's going through.
Builds a relationship immediately with the mother and the daughter too. He knows that she finds him attractive and he uses that to his benefit.
Привет.
Привет.
Я очень был бы рад, если бы мы стали друзьями.
Я знала, что ты приедешь.
Some people really close themselves off, and some people really feel the necessity to lean into comfort and connection.
Куда мы?
Просто иди за мной.
Things can break you, and you think you're never going to be happy again, and then all of a sudden it comes around in a different way.
Everybody's searching kind of for
У
something.
нас с мужем как-то так сложилось в отношении некоторых
His
вещей.
relationship with Grace becomes more of a friendship.
Мы не говорим о них.
You know, she hasn't had the ability to talk to anybody for a while. He is those ears. Two of them find solace and comfort in one another.
Я рядом.
And so she connects with him on that level, and she sees someone who's quite open-hearted, unlike the man that she's living with.
He's kind of a mysterious, but very, very charming outsider.
Until the critical point in the movie when, you realize he's not who he said he is the whole time.
The story is riveting, it's compelling, it has an amazing pulse, a drive that sort of carries you through.
There's the moment where he can't help but get competitive, that moment where he's like, oh, wow, okay.
Because it's a cat and mouse game between Кейси Аффлек's character, Philip Clark, and Сэм Клафлин's James Fleck.
Особенно ранили, когда я старался что-то сделать. Доброе получал за это. Насмешки и упреки.
There's different shades of him depending on who he's with.
Я вам не враг, доктор Кларк.
So he's like a chameleon. He's mastered the art of playing people.
Стой! Люси!
Руки убери!
Да что на тебя нашло?
Ты дурил меня!
Офигела?
Ничего
Я
не
не общаюсь
офигела!
с твоей
Тогда какого
мачехой.
хрена она звонит?
It's an amazing amalgamation of a true genre thriller and an elevated character drama.
Собирайся. Позже я заскочу. Ночью уезжаем.
It is so deep, it's so rich, it's nuanced, it's tragic, and I think when you are able to blend those two things together, you get a very special combination in a film.
Grief can turn some people cold, it can make some people cracked open and vulnerable, and it can turn other people mad.
Сказала, останови, я выйду отсюда.
Эй, док.
Trying to, navigate life despite what comes at you, and everyone really trying to do the best that they can.
It's frightening that you'd have to go through something of this, and I think in real life people go through traumas and are stronger at the end of it.
Then it takes a turn, and it captivated me.
Боже мой.
Зачем я приехал?
О тайнах, которые я открывал. Каждую мелочь из вашей жизни.
Мне без разницы, что вам нужно от меня.
Извините, простите меня,
Это
я
бред
очень
какой-то.
виноват.
Все, мы закончили.
Хорошо, уводите.
Нет, стойте, не уводите. Не все, не все, не все. Грейс, я знаю запах ее тела. Грейс! Ее аромат!
Он тебя не отпустит.